I'm in Laguna Beach, and I discovered where Hillary Clinton's having her fundraiser, and there's a protest here, anti-war protest.
And then Cindy has it, and she'll bring it on.
Told you, knocking on the door.
Hello.
Hi.
Is Hillary in there?
Yes.
How long has she been there?
About an hour.
Okay.
We saw her go in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She'll quick hug and run. That was it.
So she said hi there?
No, she's not recognizing us at all. She ditched us.
Okay.
She's a candidate of the people
Yeah, right.
and for the people.
Right, exactly.
Or the people.
But not the military families.
We all have loved ones in the military. Her brother.
He spent over 24 months in Iraq, all combat. He's picked up heads of buddies and skin. Whenever I always give the example, you're sitting here and you guys all work together. All these people get blown up. It's your job because you're not hurt. You have to go pick up their body parts, bag them, and then go back to work like nothing happened. That's what the soldiers go through over there. When you see blood and guts on the street, it's children, men, women, and children. And it's not like here we're turned off when we see an animal in the street dead. They're seeing men, women, and children in the street dead. Babies.
And your son's been okay so far?
He just got back. He was in the hospital for 4 days for trauma, brain trauma, because he's been in 4 IEDs. I mean, 4 Bradley tanks that have been destroyed by IEDs. I won't talk to all the other conditions that he's got right now. But.
My brother's in Ramadi right now.
He's in Ramadi. How are the conditions there? Thank you.
Not good. He's very restrained in what he can tell me, but every time I talk to him, he sounds horrible. He's working 12 to 18-hour shifts every day and sleeping only 4 or 5 hours in between. They're understaffed, and all he can tell me is it's very bad.
Are there military contractors there, like working right beside them, making 5 times as much?
They watch him when he's on the phone. There's someone constantly standing there to make sure that certain information isn't getting out. So he's very restrained in what he can.
Wow. So
one
someone's
thing he did tell me is there are a lot of Iraqi people working on his things. I don't know what that means. But he says that he sees very bad things every day, and he gets very little sleep, and he's tired.
Oh. And how many tours is that for him?
This is for his first tour.
Okay.
And he signed up for the army after being told he wouldn't go to Iraq. And that's why he signed. He scored really high on some test that they made him take in Idaho. And they said because of his high test scores that he would be going into some special computer training in Korea for 3 years. And then as soon as he got out of boot camp, they changed his plan.
Let me get your poster here.
That's Pat over here. Okay. And then you'll see what all we've done. We've been out
This is my son Beto. He's in Fallujah right now on his second tour. He's working 16, 17 hours a day. No breaks. He's a gunnery sergeant. And he recently was given the task with some of his other soldiers to pick up some of the equipment after a helicopter had blown up and they had to clean out the equipment that had all this.
I thought they were going to come out.
Oh, really?
Parts of it. Because they have to reuse the equipment. They have to go and rescue the guns and the ammunition.
I see.
He's having some bad times.
How old is he?
He's 31 now. So he joined the military when he was 18. He truly believed that this country would never do something like this. Now that he's there, he's already been like 10 years in the warfare now.
Did you support his decision to join originally?
No, never.
Okay.
But he wanted to do his own thing.
Yeah.
We tried everything to get him not to join. We bribed him out, we sent him to college. But my brother moved into our house when he was young, and he had come back from the uniform. He loved the uniform. And he always told us, when I'm 18, Mom, I'm signing up. So even though he'd been on peace marches with us, and he really still is a peaceful human being. So he's kind of gotten into the military way of thinking. And when they go over there, they're just doing their job, and they have to believe in what they're doing. So.
Have you seen a change in him in the last year as far as his enthusiasm or his support for what they're doing?
He's pretty angry often. He gets angry because he knows that he really shouldn't speak out against any of the authorities. He believed in the original mission. He thought there was a chance. When he comes back in between tours, he realized that he wasn't hearing the whole story. You know, they only see what they see in whatever area they've been sent to.
Yeah.
And so coming back, he was pretty angry about the stuff.
So when he got back, he probably learned a lot about what was going on other parts of the country. Gotcha.
And he was like not refuting it anymore. You know, he was starting to keep his mind open. And then they told him he was going to be redeployed. They worked on his. They worked on his mind. They were going to send him back anyway, but they gave him a promotion, and then they told him, you know what, your unit should be the one to go back because nobody died in your unit. You know, what kind of a horrible thing is that to tell somebody? You know, so the guys already feel that it's all about protecting their buddies, right? Then they go back and they send him because he's in a position as a gunnery sergeant to help other people, you know, make decisions, protect them. You know, he's always telling the soldiers over there to be careful and be safe because we're looking up for him. Then, you know, they're making him think or try to convince him that he's the one that's responsible for somebody not dying in his unit. That's just criminal.
Wow.
Is there anybody in there with a child in Iraq? A third cousin? Fifth cousin? Somebody that's got a neighbor on the other street? I believe not one person in this neighborhood, I bet, has anybody in Iraq. Thanks. Hillary!
Defund the war! 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 Defund the war!
Defund the war!
Defund the war!
Defund the war!
Defund the war! Defund the war!
And there she goes. That was the extent of her addressing California voters.
You got kids in Iraq.
My memory was full, so I couldn't take a picture.
Is she going to defund the war?
Will she defund the war?
Son, 24 months in Iraq. Picking up heads of his buddies.
She knows, but what is she going to do?
Yeah, she needs to do something.
Yeah.
No more waving, no more Photoshop.